Mayor Dan Rivera looks out over his city after a blur of a year that for this Army veteran seemed to begin in slow motion.
But it wasn't until I got to the scene over on Chicken Wing Road and I saw the destruction and the kind of mayhem that people were running around that I thought, this is a bigger disaster than I've ever thought would be happening right now.
In your service in Iraq and Kuwait, did you ever deal with a disaster of that magnitude in the military?
Yeah, in the military, it's funny because, you guys always come up with good questions.
That's what we like to do.
It was in the service and we were at Desert Storm, it was planned disaster. We were attacking, they were attacking us, it was that type of situation. But what we were going through on the 13th felt a lot like the refugee relief that we did after the battles.
So did you tap into your military training in terms of an immediate to-do list and you knew what to do right away?
And I remember I had really a lot of great commanders. I was an enlisted person. I wasn't really an officer. That the very first thing they just ensured that they were present and that they were calm and that they were in control.
Mr. Mayor.
In control, even as his own home was evacuated. The mayor led his city amid a tinderbox of danger, communicating each new phase of the battle plan. Let's talk about the moment you found out about Lionel Rondon, because that 18-year-old boy lost his life, and I think so many people were just horrified at the thought of him sitting in that car and just by chance losing his life.
Well, there was so much providence in what happened, and that it wasn't later in the day.
Yes.
It wasn't later in the season.
So not as many people would be at home.
Not as many people would be at home. So there was so much providence, and then you thought, all we needed was just a little bit more providence, and then you think, what do you got to do right away? Can you get to the family? It fuels a lot of the anger I have about this because they were so lucky, but they were so unlucky in that one family. And we put our arms around them and we've been taking care of them.
As a child, Rivera's own family had come to Lawrence after their home burned in a fire in the Bronx, so he understood what displaced families were going through.
But what this has meant to me has been like being grown up in Lawrence and being the mayor during the time of this big crisis it's just shown me that the community that gave me so much, I had an opportunity to give them back and be there for them in a way I never thought that I would be able to give back and show my appreciation to them.
Your life really came full circle.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I like the Hillary Clinton quote of "It Takes a Village," the book that she wrote, and I think it took a village to make Dan Rivera, and I think in the end, I think the community came together, and it took a village to get us out of this crisis.
Mr. Mayor, it's been a long year.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.